Shalom, this is Sophia, the American Maryam, and we're here. I'm just going to do a really quick, short video explaining to people how they can better connect with their saints. For those of you all who have been looking into your saints and maybe have figured that it's a little bit difficult, I'm just going to give you an example. I'm going to use Mary Magdalene because information on her is pretty easy to find. 9 times out of 10, she is not your saint. There's like a bajillion saints, and a lot of them is related to. You'll find coincidences, I guess, between your saint and you in a bunch of different places. And so, anyway, I just thought I would do a little video here and explain to you the method that I use to connect with my saint. I've done this I basically know the saints for my kids. We'll have to talk about saint. Well, first of all, if you got a reading from me, then I told you who your saint is. One of the recent readings, I told you who your saint is. So if you want to know who your saint is, you can get a reading from me, and I can go and I can find out, and then you can verify on your own, or you can ask your spirit team, whoever, who is your saint, and they'll bring you the information on them. So there's ways you can find out for yourself. But 9 times out of 10, once you figure out who it is, you'll see the connection in many places. It won't just be one. This is why I thought, I thought I had a particular saint just for myself, and then I found another saint, and their life matched up way more with mine than the one that I had picked out. So that's part of it, like looking at the actual lives of the saint. And when you read about their story, you will see connections to your own life. My particular saint has a name very similar to my godmother, and that's why I was like, oh, this is my saint. Like, okay, I get this, you know what I mean? And you know nobody knows who their godmother is. That's kind of a very personal thing. So that just, she's been dead a very long time. So that was really like, oh, okay, I made the connection that way. So anyway, we're going to look here at Mary Magdalene. Now, Mary Magdalene is a saint. We're looking at the Orthodox explanation of her right here. But I also want to say that sometimes they have the saints in the Catholic pantheon. They look a little different, and we'll see somebody in the Catholic pantheon. We'll go for Philomena so you can see what I mean. So when you look at the Orthodox pantheon for the saint, there'll be a troparion and there'll be a kontakion. Okay, the troparion is a story about the person. The kontakion is a story in the Bible about the person with two characters, at least two characters. Usually one of them is Jesus, if it's whatever. But it's a story about the two characters in the Bible. Okay? That's a kontakion. So if it's a saint who was not in the Bible, then there might not be a kontakion with that saint. But if it's one that was in the Bible, then there'll probably be a kontakion with them. Okay? But there's always a troparion. Anyway, I haven't gotten into all of this. I just looked this up so I could explain it. So what I would do, my suggestion is to get you a white candle. Now remember, we have the Zion sigil. It has the recommended combination of colors, which are gold, silver, black, red, and green. So I would, depending on what you're trying to accomplish, I would pick some combination of those colors. So you could get a white candle. You can write on it with a gold marker. On the candle that I did, I used white, gold, and green. I also used a pink candle. Pink is a shade of red. It's red and white together, actually. So I used a pink candle, and I wrote in it gold. I have a white candle that I wrote on it with gold and green. So, any combination of these colors, I would still try to stay inside of that information we were given with the Zion sigil, which I will post a digital rendering I made of the Zion sigil on the in the community pages, so you can remember the colors. So what I would do is, okay, so let's read the Troparion. It says, in keeping his commandments and laws, O Holy Mary Magdalene, you follow Christ, who for our sake was born of a virgin, and is celebrating your most holy memory today. We receive forgiveness of sins by your prayers. I would take that whole Troparion and write it on a candle. Put 4 crosses, one on top, one on the bottom, and one on each side. You can use the same color, different colors, however you want to do it, whatever the spirit leads you to do. But I would write that whole Troparion. This is just a way to connect with your saints. If you want to ask for something or whatever, then you can write that on the candle too within that thing. But before you start asking for a bunch of stuff, you might want to connect with your saint. I mean, I know some people are super rude, but and you'll notice that in the Orthodox they have tones. So remember, if you're going to say this prayer, you want to sing it. Like I would almost say that it's not received if you don't sing. I don't want to go that far, but that's basically what I would say. So I can't remember what tone 1 is. That's a whole different thing we haven't gotten into yet. But if you don't even do with the tone, you could just be, in keeping his commandments and laws, O Holy Mary Magdalene, you follow Christ, who for our sake was born of a virgin, and in celebrating your most holy memory today, we receive the forgiveness of sins by your prayers. So just in a sing-song tone, but you want to actually put music behind it, okay? That is the angels understand music, man. We really so far separated from that, that we don't get it. All right, so let me see if I can find Saint. Let me see if I can find her in the Catholic pantheon. Here we go. Now, I know people hate Catholics and do what you do, right? But what I did not understand about the Catholics that I now understand, which I explained this a little bit, and notice how they have her in blue and white here. That's a whole nother thing. Is that they have, when you join a monastery or you become a nun or whatever, right? You have to you join an order mostly. Go to a monastery, you join an order. And those orders are not necessarily as corrupted as the main church itself. So y'all can talk about, the Pope and what he's doing and all of that. But when you get down to these monasteries and what they're doing, a lot of them take their stuff very seriously. So that's all I'm saying. I just want to see if they have, okay, here we go. Here's a reading. Okay, that one, we don't like that. Let me see. Let me see if I could just search prayer. Let me see. Maybe it's called a novena? I don't know. Here we go. Here's another prayer you could say. But you have to look for it like that. I think sometimes they're called novenas. We'll look at that one too. This one says, Saint Mary Magdalene, you did solemn penance in the time of grace and were first that chose the best part, which was the feet of Jesus, to hear him preach. At his passion, you remained at the foot of the cross and later prepared the ointments to anoint his body and never left the tomb when the others did. Please pray for me to recognize my sins and be truly sorry for them as you were. Please pray that I too can be focused on Jesus as I live my daily life and remain faithful to him until the end. So you could tell that this is a Catholic one because it has a lot of words. The Orthodox ones, they don't have a lot of words. They're very short in words. The Catholic ones, they have a lot of words. Let me see if I can, let me see if that's what a novena is. Let me see. I mean, this is the simplest one is Saint Mary pray for us. If you can't find anyone else, if you can't find any other terms, you could just say Saint whatever whatever, please pray for us. Please pray for me. That's what they always say. They just say, please pray for us. Please pray for me. This one doesn't have a prayer. Let's see. She doesn't have a novena. Sometimes they do. I'm not really sure. Anyway, I think you guys get the point. Take you a candle. Write the name. Write the prayer on the candle. Either the Troparion or the little prayer, whatever you can find. Write it on the candle. Use our color scheme, and that is one way you can use to connect with your saint. We are being called. I just did a reading. It's on my astrotarography channel. We are being called right now to connect with our angels and especially connect with our saints. Don't say nobody told you. You're trying to figure out how to work miracles and you haven't taken the time or the energy to connect with your saints, because that's the only way to get it done. I'm not going to be going over this, beleaguering this forever with y'all. I'm just saying this is what I was told. I'm passing the information along. You can like it, you can lump it, you can take it, you can use it, or whatever. But I am highly suggesting that now is the time that you figure out who your saint is, you connect with your saint, and you get ready, because you're going to need them moving forward. Okay? And all of those people who are, they're still, stragglers, they don't believe this whole saint thing and all of this crap, that's fine. Connect with your guardian angel. Make sure that thing is solid. Make sure you have a solid way of communicating. But I am suggesting, it has been revealed unto me that the saints are going to be the best way to get things done, the quickest and the fastest. When you need a miracle, you're going to have to call on a saint. Okay? And so all those people who have this, complex against these saints, that's fine and well. Do you. But if you don't want to have this problem, like I say, get you a candle, write the Troparion or some other prayer on the candle to the saint, burn the candle. Build your relationship now. Don't wait. It's not a SOS, but this is just a suggestion that you don't wait forever for this, okay? Just suggesting that. And that's all I'll say. So, to the spirits who are here with us, you're invited to go in peace. To my beloved viewers, you're invited to be at peace. And always remember, the Most High Mother, Father, Sister, Brother is your peace. Shalom. We'll see you in the next video.